The arts are proving to be an effective tool in convening and engaging communities. Patrick Murphy shows us how they're being used with great success here in the St. Louis area.
Sometimes I feel like I have no bootstraps that I can use to pull myself up. Then I look down, I have no boots.
This performance in the Missouri History Museum's Lee Auditorium is something out of the ordinary. Some of the actors are homeless men. Others are members of the Common Thread Contemporary Dance Company. It is one of many arts-related projects created by the Community Collaborative, which is part of a program at St. Peter's and Paul Catholic Church in Soulard that assists homeless men transition from the church's shelter to stable and independent lives.
Once a week, we get together for 2.5 hours, and there is a project that we're working on, either long-term or short-term, that's based in visual art, performing art, creative writing, two-dimensional, three-dimensional. Maybe it's a guest speaker, maybe it's a film. So lots of ways to represent, connection to the arts.
Swing low, sweet chariot.
For the past 13 years, the program has networked with other community organizations to bring the arts to the homeless in order to give them tools to break out of the cycles that keep them on the streets.
The arts are a way to build relationships within the group, strengthen the relationships between the men and the staff people who are charged with helping them find their way out of homelessness. And then it's also a way to reconnect to the community in a way that goes beyond other homeless people and other social workers and other social service programs, which is a loop that they often get stuck in.
St. Louis is a national leader in developing projects that bring art into the equation of community building. In fact, the Regional Arts Commission held a 3-day conference called Rust Belt to Artist Belt at the Chase Hotel to explore how the arts can revitalize cities like St. Louis. Participants came from around the nation and the world. For years, the Regional Arts Commission has been working to equip artists with what they need to bring fresh, creative approaches to the tough issues that communities face.
And there's a whole set of skills, diplomatic skills, negotiation skills, partnership skills that artists need in order to survive, in order to do really good work long-term in a community setting.
So we started a training program to put artists together with other community workers to train them how to be really successful in the programs that they wanted to do in this creative community building, and realize that this is not only happening in St. Louis, it is a national trend. And so we thought, why not have a conference where we can share ideas, create collaboration, and really teach the field how to do this kind of work.
Not everybody here is an artist. We've got social workers, we've got community organizers, we've got policymakers, and the idea is that it needs to be cross-sector, that we need to have partnerships and collaborations, and we need to be able to work together, speak each other's language, and have the same vision.
We have so many examples of creative community building in St. Louis that it's hard to even name them all, but Old North St. Louis, where there's community centers based on art centers and galleries. There's the whole community of artists that are reshaping the neighborhoods by either offering arts classes or rebuilding, actually physically building buildings. It's very exciting.
Of course, you would expect a conference focusing on the arts to not be your typical business convention. That's where David A.N. Jackson comes in.
I'm doing mobile art intervention stations.
Yes, that's what he said. Mobile art intervention stations.
So what that basically is throughout this conference, I move around the hotel or the facility and, in a sense, doing random acts of art.
Keeping it light and introducing the unexpected into an event whose purpose is to spark original ideas and new collaborations.
When there's none at home.
The Regional Arts Commission is among the leaders in our country on this kind of community arts development work. And so this conference not only provides an opportunity for the learning and education and collaboration, but also puts St. Louis on the national map. It says the arts in St. Louis are great.
I came all the way from Los Angeles to look at social practice and artists and architects and community organizers and how they redevelop communities. And I really want to bring that back to Los Angeles and to the Watts community, but I also want to share our best practices and what we're doing out in LA to enhance their work here as well.
Certainly here at the conference, I have been very impressed with the diversity of the community activation in the arts that I've met. Huge diversity in dance, song, and in all kinds of projects, in thought, in philosophy, and a need to do things a different way.
That's the key, doing things in a different way. An underlying theme is that communities can determine their own priorities. And when they feel those priorities become unbalanced, artists can play an important role in reestablishing that balance.
Our country spends more than 2 National Endowment for the Arts annual budgets a day, 7 days a week on war. We have the largest prison population and the highest incarceration rate on the planet. So that would suggest that we're people who really like punishment. I think that our vast creativity is more important, more healing, more healthy, more exciting, more necessary to a sustainable future. I want to see those expenditures reversed.
Artists, social workers, community activists, policymakers, working together to unleash the power of art to revitalize their communities.